No matter what age or physical condition you are at this stage of your life, you can always learn to protect yourself. For thousands of years, our ancestors have maintained an easy-to-follow and simple program that has worked from the cradle to the grave. Back then, they were trained and conditioned to use weapons such as daggers and swords to protect themselves. In today's modern society, carrying a weapon for personal protection is often frowned upon in many places. Instead of carrying a weapon that might be illegal, you now have the option of replacing it with something as common and politically correct as a rolled-up magazine. Learn how to wield this, and you will be able to humble any aggressor in your way. Use this correctly, and it can become an unbelievably vicious, yet non-lethal weapon. The most effective way to protect yourself with a magazine is to roll it up from the spine out in this manner. After you've rolled this up, make sure that there's still a fair amount of air in the middle, so it'll allow you to grip the magazine much better. If you do have a rubber band, at this time, take it and apply it just like that, so it'll hold its form much better. Hold it like you would a hammer, just with your hand over the top, holding it this way with your thumb and your forefinger pointing downwards. A lot of times people are going to hold the magazine in the middle, which is fine. But I want you to remember, this is to protect your hands and not your aggressor. I want you to hold it down towards the end with maybe 1 or 2 fingers more at the butt of the magazine. And then at the front, I want a good full hand reach this way so you can reach out and hit the target for a long range strike. The Street Smart Samurai series is based off of Kenjutsu, striking patterns with a sword. Not being aware of your surroundings could put you into difficulty. That is one of the main concerns, or main concern most everybody has when going into a neighborhood that isn't theirs. When you're in your own neighborhood or familiar surroundings, it is very easy to get caught up with a moment of texting or looking at the kids or adjusting this or getting in and out of the car. But even in your own neighborhood, there could be an aggressor lurking in the background. In your relaxed position, you don't see that as much. We have to go from a relaxed position to more of a ready position, aware of your surroundings. Your ready position is a position of awareness. Your ready position tells everybody that I see you. Standing up erect, bringing your arm forward that hopefully has a magazine or some other weapon that you can protect yourself with. And even if you don't have one, you can use a ridge hand because it also allows you a little distance between you and your aggressor. But since this Street Smart Samurai series is all around a rolled up magazine, we will use this the most. After you've established your ready position and you are fixed poised to look at the aggressor, we want to go into the next line of awareness, and that is your guard. Right now, you're sending out a signal to your aggressor saying that I'm aware that you're looking at me or you're looking at my surroundings. The next set is your guard, and that is simply lifting your arm up and holding it towards the aggressor's throat. When he gets any closer than this, he's going to have to go around the magazine's edge, so he can't come in forward. This is basically your very first line of defense, the guard. It's easily done by coming from your ready stance and lifting it straight up this way. Therefore, if I come into the target area, and I am looking at my aggressor and he starts working and talking to me and coming in closer than I like it, I'm going to, instead of saying stop and get back, I'm going to take my magazine and I'm going to hold it right up to his throat, just like that, stating that you should not come into my space, my circle of influence. This is my line across the sand. I don't want you coming across on this side. Stay in your area. From this guard, we're going to lift up at the elbow here and make sure that when we chamber it, we have a good strong focal point that is about 1 fist distance above the head. Moreover, a lot of us are going to be saying, well, I want to be able to see the area. So you'll have your elbow out here, you'll have it in this way. As a general rule, to be more of a formidable opponent to the aggressor is, don't show them your full face, show them part of it. Show them only one eye. The less they see, the more formidable opponent you appear to them. Just like that, looking straight down. And now when you strike out, for example, with a 9 shot, or a 10, or an 11, or a 12, or a 1, any of these strikes now from this focal point will prove to be very, very strong and easy to accomplish. There are a few ways to chamber a shot. The first one, of course, is above your head and striking down in the general 5 strikes. Another way to chamber is bringing your arm in this way. So when you go in and shank, for example, it works in a lot easier. And when I say easier, it isn't like it's going to be simple to execute, but you'll be more focused and consistent when everything is done together in one unit. Your target, and the correct target, is a very important factor on being able to take down the aggressor. If the aggressor is much bigger and you hit him in areas where he's conditioned, the difficult part is that no matter what you hit, it isn't going to work. Most of the time when you practice Street Smart Samurai in the magazine version, you have to remember that you want to go towards the soft tissue areas. The soft tissue areas are very hard for anybody to condition. Thus, when you strike them into an area such as an eye, up into the chin, into the solar plexus, into the groin, they're very, very hard for him to get out of the way of a good, strong, connected strike. That doesn't mean I don't want you to use the whole body as a target. But I want you to understand that if you have a good, strong focal point to work off of and a good target to strike, you'll find out that the same strike will be much more effective in one area compared to another.